Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Backtrack Cinema, and my name is Jason Knight, formerly known as the J-Man from the J-Man's Movie Cave. And of course, you guys could still call me the J-Man. This is still the J Cave down here, but we are Backtrack Cinema now. This is my new channel, and this channel is going to be a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun. So I hope you stick around and subscribe to the channel and all that. And I'm just going to go in here and tell you what to expect for the channel, the kind of content we're going to do. It's going to be more focused. So, yeah, we'll have a good discussion here. And thank you for tuning in to find out more. So I felt like I had to create this new channel, guys. The old channel was spinning its wheels. It really wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't getting a lot of views. It wasn't getting a lot of traction. It started great when I started it 2.5 years ago. I had a lot of fun doing it, but I didn't know what I was doing. I dove into YouTube. I literally just started pushing out content. I had no plan. My thumbnails got better over time. The content got better over time, but nothing was consistent, I think. And I was doing music. I was doing movies, all sorts of stuff. So the new channel is going to be really focused, and I stepped away from YouTube back in May, and I honestly didn't think I was coming back. I had a lot of personal stuff to sort out. I got it all sorted out, and now this new channel is just like a fresh start for me. I want everything to be the same, more focused. It's going to be more like guided to a certain audience, so which I'll get into in a minute. But yeah, this is just a channel that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be chill. I'm hoping to up the production and up the quality. There'll be a lot more heavy editing. I'm hoping to get a more professional look. But we'll get there. We will get there in time, guys. It just depends how big this thing can grow. And if it doesn't grow huge, I'm okay with that, as long as it's growing at some level. So it's going to be a chill atmosphere like always. If you guys know me from the J-Man's Movie Cave, you know how I work. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but that's why I wanted to start this new channel. I just wanted to see more growth, and I just needed a fresh start. I needed a completely fresh start. You are going to expect from this channel movies from the past. Backtrack Cinema is all about talking about movies from the past that you love and you want to see. I grew up in the 80s. I'm 43 years old. And the 80s was just a very special time for movies for me and a lot of people out there. And that's my target audience. I'm going after people probably between 30 and maybe 52, that age range. Of course, everyone's welcome here. Everyone's welcome at Backtrack Cinema. But we're going back in the past, guys. Unless a movie is something like... unless a movie relates to the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, like Top Gun Maverick would be a good example. It's a film that has I just watched it. It was great. But Top Gun is an 80s movie. So I definitely would talk about that. In fact, we may be talking about that soon. So yeah, that's the kind of thing we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking 70s and 80s movies mostly, because I think the best decade or years of movies ever was from 1975 to 1985. Around that, I think that's some of the best cinema we ever got, and that is what Backtrack Cinema is all about. Going back to movies of that time. So that's what you can expect out of this channel. And this channel is going to be mostly reviews and rankings. That seems to be what people like me for, so I'm sticking to that. That's definitely something I love doing. And obviously movie reviews, but we're going to try and do faster movie reviews. They're going to be more... I'm aiming for 7 to 8 minutes, no longer than 10 minutes for a movie review. I'm going to try and keep my rankings to 20 minutes, 22 minutes. They're going to have a kind of a different... I'm going to present them differently to you guys than you maybe used to before. Not that much different, but there's something I'm just hoping to make it look more professional. That's kind of content I like, and I like chill. I'm chill. So the rankings, reviews, we're going to be doing, scene breakdowns still, character breakdowns. We're going to be doing something different kind of rankings, like top 5 most iconic moments in a movie or a franchise. We're going to be doing like badass moments of a character, like badass moments of Ripley, badass moments of Rambo, badass moments of Marion Cobretti, but kind of keeping it to the 80s the most we can. 90s, you know, that's still nostalgic too. What I love about, instead of review, I'm going to incorporate something what I love about RoboCop, what I love about Terminator, and just going through like things I love about it. Something new I'd like to add to the channel is I'd like to do original versus remake. So I would take original movie from the 80s or the 70s and talk about the remake and just sit here and talk to you guys about the differences. And maybe that's probably going to be like a guest I'll bring on, I think, for something like that. The movie showdowns are going to be here. Sometimes I may have guests, but I'm thinking about doing the movie showdown like as a solo thing. You know, quick content, like a 20-minute discussion on a movie, breaking down the cinematography, the acting, all that, all these little categories and all that stuff. So that's going to be there. Something new I thought of is something I'm calling Movie Magic or Simply Tragic. So this is going to be a movie I haven't revisited in a long time, like something like Enemy Mine or The Beastmaster or Wisdom or Young Guns, something I haven't seen in years and years, like since I was a young teenager or a young kid, and I see if it holds up. So is it movie magic or is it simply tragic? It doesn't hold up. That's a new idea I thought I'd have for the channel. So stuff like that, guys, is going to be a lot of fun. Everything you've seen on the channel before, we're going to have, and we're going to incorporate some new stuff too. The rating system is changing for this channel opposed to the old channel. We're going to a letter grade system because I feel like I have more flexibility than I had with the stars, because I had like 3.5 then 4, and sometimes there was like a 3.75, but you know what I mean? So now I can go A+, A minus, B+, B minus, D minus. So the grade systems basically be A, B, C, D. A for being perfect movie, which I'm calling A for all killer, no filler, as before. B will be badass. The movie is just badass. C is for cold day in cinema. Not necessarily a horrible movie, but it's a cold day in cinema. I was expecting more like the 3 out of 5s, 3.5 out of 5 kind of thing. You know what I mean? And D, dead and buried. This, fuck that movie, forget about it, toss it onto the freaking garbage. So that's going to be new, the grading system. We're going to be doing a letter system now, which it's kind of like 80s like, right? Because you know how you'd get your high school mark, it'd be A, B, C, or D, or that's what you see in the movies. So we're going to a grading system, Backtrack Cinema. And I'd also like to take the time to thank my good friend Beth from Miss 80s, her channel. She named this channel, guys. I was talking to her saying I was actually getting her to collaborate with me on a video that is coming up down the road and as a guest, and she gave me like 2 options. She said, I was just thinking, you know, I was going to call it Back to the Movies, but apparently that's been used so many times. So she said, what about Backtrack Cinema or Movie Rewind? And I really like the sound of Backtrack Cinema, so I just went on and created it and got the logo I wanted. And you guys are going to have really fun with the logo because I do like an homage to Canon films. So that's what this channel is about, guys. All these little homages and references. The schedule. We are going to follow a schedule on Backtrack Cinema. Now, hopefully, if the channel grows, I'll be able to analyze the analytics more. It's when's a good time to drop a video. But for right now, I'm going to drop videos on Monday and Wednesday nights at 7 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m., either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. You know, people already had their dinner usually. They're ready to rock. They're ready to watch a quick video. So that's going to be the schedule going forward. So I hope that suits everyone. I hope you like that schedule. That's all I can do right now because that gives me time on later in the week and on the weekends to record the 2 videos I need for that week. So I think it's a good schedule and I love it. It's awesome. So you guys are definitely going to love it. Will there be live streams? There will not be live streams no more going for now. For now, anyway. Live streams take a lot of time because I got to be here for a while. Unless I reach a milestone and there's a Q&A, I'll do a live stream. But for the time being, There'll be no live stream. The problem I ran into the old channel is that I went right away into it, live streamed all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, and this felt like I was wearing out my welcome. Less people started showing up. So I want to have a lot of followers before I start live streaming. I want like a good handful of people who are consistently coming out that once a week for whatever we're talking about. So I feel like my produced content is just a lot better. People watched it more. And except for one thing, the Rocky podcast coming up, Yo To Me It's Thursday, will be live sometimes, but it'll also be pre-recorded sometimes. But that will be a special Thursday video. So, but that could be live a lot though. That one could be live a lot. I'll talk about that later on in this video. But going forward, at least for now, there won't be any live streams. At least not a lot of them. Unless I'm a guest on someone else's show or something like that. Watch parties. Watch parties are going to be a thing of the past mostly. I'm still going to do them if a certain anniversary of a movie comes up. And that's another thing about this channel, guys, is that we're in a really special time right now. Like, I should have done this in 2020 when I started the channel. I should have done something like this. But we're in a special time because every year we go further is another 40th anniversary of an 80s year. So now we're in 1982, right? Where it's 40 years. Next year will be 1983. We can talk about, we'll have like special anniversaries for all these movies. So the next like 7, 8 years is going to be really special. So if this channel can really grow, we could really grow it into something really awesome that has to do with the 80s and stuff like that. But the watch parties are not, they're going to be few and far between. But I do have an idea of Backtrack Cinema Film Festival where I take, this will likely be in the summer. I take a week. We pick 4 movies and we just do a week's worth of watch parties and like a film, we do a film festival. So I thought that would be a lot of fun. So expect something like that. I would like to do that like 3 or 4 times a year and do a theme on it, like the John Candy Film Festival, the John Hughes Film Festival, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Film Festival, James Cameron Film Festival. You get my drift, right? So look for something similar to something like that. The Rocky podcast. The Rocky podcast is going ahead on this channel. So we will be doing Yo To Me It's Thursday. It'll still be released. It'll probably be live, but it's also going to be pre-recorded, but it is going to happen. I'm not sure how it's going to work going live because I'm starting fresh. I don't got no subscribers, so I could be just talking to myself with absolutely no one. So I'm not sure if I'm doing the first episode live. Whenever I have a guest, it's going to be live for sure. But it's going forward and it will be on this channel. So there's going to be there's going to be a lot of Stallone talk on this channel if you guys know me. A lot of Stallone talk. There's going to be a lot of action, horror, comedy, as long as it's from the 80s, sci-fi, and just movies that I fell in love with, guys. Movies that I fell in love with, and hopefully you will fall in love with, or if you haven't, you'll come out. But that is basically Backtrack Cinema, and that's what we're going to be all about here. So I hope you're in for the long run. This is going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have a lot of fun with the reviews, the rankings, your added content. I'll always put my best foot forward, and I always try to set this channel up for success. So all I really ask, guys, if you really like the channel, then hit the notification bell, subscribe, hit the like buttons, whatever you can. Even if you're not watching it, hit that like button because it will just push me into the algorithm. And, I will make the best content I can possibly make for you on this channel. And I think we'll have a lot of fun. And another thing too, guys, we're going to be doing, I want to fool around with some documentary style content too. We're going to have 80s trivia nights too. Award shows, a lot of that stuff. Stuff will be novelties and once in a while, but yeah, guys, that is what Backtrack Cinema is, and that's what we're all about. And I hope we will see you. And I'll let you know that we launch on Monday with a Teen Wolf review with Michael J. Fox, and on Wednesday I'll be doing my top 10 80s slasher movies. So we'll be doing a ranking, and I'm working on a huge project, my top 50 80s movies. So that's going to be a lot of fun, but that's something I'm working on in progress right now. So definitely stick around to the channel, guys, and I will see you later. Have a good night. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the movies, man. Cheers.